Welcome back once again, all of my low carb friends, and for those of you who are here for the first time, welcome. A few weeks ago, my YouTube channel, that's the name of a subscriber, not talking about me, asked if I could make a spiced banana loaf using zucchini and banana extract rather than actual bananas. Because as I'm sure all of us know, bananas are not keto friendly. And so today we are going to do just that. I am going to show you how to make a delicious, very, very easy, quick, spiced banana zucchini loaf. And if you want a printable version of this, you can check out my website at janetsdeliciousLowCarbKitchen.com. You can find a printable version of this recipe and other goodies there for you. And if you're new to the channel and you want to see lots of easy, delicious keto recipes, make sure you click that subscribe button and click the notification bell that's right next to the subscribe button. That way you can be notified every time I put out new videos every Wednesday and Saturday. And if you'd like to help support the channel, make sure you scroll down in the description of the video. You'll see some affiliate links. Anytime you purchase anything using those affiliate links, a small portion of your purchase will go to me and help support the channel. So, while you do all that, let's get cooking. Preheat your oven to 350 degrees. Line an 8 by 4 inch loaf pan with parchment paper. Allow the paper to overhang on the sides just a little bit. This will make it easier for you to lift the loaf out of the pan once it is baked. In a large mixing bowl, combine 139 grams or roughly about 18 tablespoons of coconut flour, 1 tablespoon of baking powder, 142 grams or roughly around 3/4 of a cup of brown sugar sweetener of your choice. I'm using golden monk fruit sweetener. You can use whatever brown sugar sweetener you want, or if you prefer, you can use granulated sweetener if you don't want the brown sugar taste in your loaf. You can also use more or less according to your personal taste, how sweet you want your loaf to be. Add 1/4 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of ground cinnamon, 1/4 teaspoon of ground nutmeg, 1/4 teaspoon of ground ginger, 1/2 teaspoon of ground allspice, and 1/4 teaspoon of xanthan gum. Sift or whisk these all together until they're fully combined and there are no lumps in the dry ingredients. The sweetener and the spices can be adjusted more or less according to your personal taste. You can also change the spices to different spices if you prefer for a different flavor in your loaf. That is up to you how you want that to taste. Add 3 large room temperature eggs. Make sure they are room temperature so they stir into your ingredients more smooth. Stir the eggs into the dry ingredients until everything is fully combined and all the dry ingredients have been moistened. If you need to, you can get in there with your fingers a little bit just to make sure that all the dry ingredients have been moistened with the eggs. Add 126 grams or roughly around 9 tablespoons of melted butter or the oil of your choice. Stir in the oil until everything is fully combined. Again, if you need to, you can get your fingers in there to make sure that the oil has been fully distributed throughout all of the ingredients. Add 135 grams or about 9 tablespoons of plain Greek yogurt or sour cream. Make sure it is room temperature. Room temperature ingredients blend together more smooth, which makes for a more smooth and more light loaf. Add 1 tablespoon of banana extract and 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. You can use more or less of the extracts according to your taste. Stir everything all together until it's fully combined and you have a thick dough that's been formed. The mixture is going to be more of a dough texture than a batter. Most quick breads are made with batter. This has coconut flour, which creates a more thick mixture, so it's more of a dough than a batter. Add 2 ounces or 1/4 cup of warm water. Make sure it is warm. It blends everything together more smooth. Stir in the water for at least 20 to 30 seconds. You want to make sure this gets very well incorporated into the ingredients. This will help the xanthan gum start binding your ingredients all together. If you do not want to use xanthan gum, You can substitute it with psyllium husk powder, or you can use an extra egg and leave out the xanthan gum and the water. However, any substitutes that you make can affect the texture and the taste of the bread. So keep that in mind if you do decide to do any substitutes. Once everything is fully combined and you have a smooth dough, form the dough into a ball. Then massage the ball just for a few seconds. This is just to make sure of the texture. You want to make sure you have a soft, slightly moist dough. It should not be sticky. It should not be crumbling. If it is crumbling, then you need to add just a tad bit more warm water, just a little bit, not a lot at all, just enough to make sure that it is not crumbly. Should be nice and smooth. Once you're sure of the texture, break the ball up a little bit. Then gradually fold in about 7 ounces of grated zucchini, more or less according to how much zucchini you want in your loaf. This is roughly about 2 medium zucchinis that have been grated. Make sure you do this gradually. You do not want to do this all at once because the zucchini will most likely stick together and clump up, and then you'll have bites of your loaf that'll have a mouthful of zucchini and other bites that have absolutely nothing. So make sure you just gradually fold this in. Also, if you want to, you can fold in around 1/3 cup of chopped walnuts or chopped pecans or chopped nuts of your choice. That's up to you. Or you can add in some chocolate chips, some different add-ins for some different variations. That's up to you. I'm just leaving it as it is for just a simple loaf. Once the zucchini has been folded in and is evenly distributed throughout the dough, form the dough back into a smooth ball. Then press the dough slightly together to create an oval shape. Make sure it is nice and smooth. That'll make for a nice smooth loaf. Place the dough into the center of your prepared loaf pan. Then use your fingers or the back of a spoon or the back of a measuring cup and press the dough evenly throughout the loaf pan. Make sure you get it as even as possible so you have a nice even bake. Once the dough is spread evenly, place the pan in your preheated oven. Bake at 350 degrees for 45 to 50 minutes or until a tester comes out clean. Once your loaf is baked, remove it from the oven. It still will be soft, but it will firm up as it cools. So allow it to cool in the pan for about 30 to 45 minutes or until it's firm enough to remove from the pan. Once the loaf has firmed up, grasp the parchment paper on the sides and carefully lift the loaf out of the pan and place it on a wire rack so it can cool completely. Make sure you allow the loaf to cool completely before slicing it. Once the loaf has cooled completely, slice your desired size of slice. If you do have any leftovers, allow it to cool completely and store it at room temperature in an airtight container for up to 3 days, or store it in an airtight container in your refrigerator for up to 1 week. Eat and enjoy.
And that's our recipe of the day. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did and you want to see more videos like this, make sure you click that thumbs up like button, click that subscribe button, leave me a comment if you want to. Let me know if there's any recipes that you'd like to learn how to make, and I'll do what I can to get those out there for you. And as always, keep cooking.